say the world is vast, always hiding behind it, new mysteries yet to be uncovered. But what if what lies underneath the surface leads to more than meets the eye? Joker, the wild card jack of all trades of the Phantom Thieves, and Neku, the legendary player of the Reaper's game. I make theses and it's my job to go over their origin and skills to see who would win in this episode of The Debate Club. They say we all wear masks in public to conceal who we are, whether that's putting on a fake smile for a job interview, or fake laughing at the joke your date makes because they're hot. Regardless of the reason, we all wear masks, and for one Ren Amamiya, his mask was beginning to slip. Ren was your everyday high school kid, except life was about to give him the most world-changing character development. One day while walking home, he encountered an unsavory man about to do some unsavory things to a woman. Thanks to his natural sense of justice, he went to protect that lady. Unfortunately, this was the worst mistake of his life. This guy was a rich politician who charged Ren for assault. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you need things like eyewitnesses and, evidence to just do that. But no, Ren was found guilty since the woman who he protected decided to keep her mouth shut. It is what it is. Fast forward, and Ren just wanted to live a quiet life as a schoolboy. But it just so happens that on his second day of school, he became best friends with the biggest delinquent in school. Then he got a weird app on his phone that sent him to an alternate universe, where thoughts and emotions manifest into grand palaces. A spectacle to be sure. But the person who created this palace was a creepy gym teacher who crowned himself king and ordered to have Ren executed. Yeah, I'm waiting for that character development to pay off. Ren was at his lowest point, pinned to a wall and was about to be killed by a perverted man in power. If he had a nickel. The mask Ren kept for all that time was beginning to slip away. He could no longer take the injustice. He finally let loose and ripped that mask off. No longer shackled by that metaphorical and now quite literal mask, Ren awoke alongside his persona, a literal personification of his rebellious spirit. He also got this sweet drip to boot. If this is what his true self always looks like, why would he ever want to be a normal high schooler anymore? Oh, I get it now. It's like how those male models have those punchy ghosts that stand by you. Well, personas actually work differently than stands. While the first Persona 1 Awakens is tied to a user's personality in a way, personas also exist without being tied to people, kind of like wild Pokemon. And like wild Pokemon, they each have their own types, stats, and special effects. They can range from cute mascots, gremlins, animals, and even beings of folklore and legends. And even gods from different pantheons. They're really giving this kind of power to teens, huh? Arsene being a curse type can, well, curse their targets with magic. Oh, I get it now. Wait, what do you mean by his first persona? With his newfound powers unlocked and an even new sense of justice, Ren and his new bestie Ryugi set out to take out that nasty gym perv once and for all. While there, they came across a talking cat named Morgana, who can turn into a van. I mean, this is an alternate universe where people get ghosts to fight for them, so what else is new? So what, does Ren go around beating up bad people and destroy castles with persona powers? Well, there's a lot more than that. In fact, palaces are more than just castles. They can be any form of structure as long as they can relate to the person's heart. Huh. Here, let me give you a quick rundown on how things work here. You know, I always wondered why there's a bunch of us clones here. Where do we come from? How many more are there? Am I, or he, the real one? Hey! Were you listening? Huh? Oh yeah, something about how people have hearts that create palaces or castles, and then those hearts can then be stolen. That changes a person's way of life and stuff? Alright. Don't let that happen again. Throughout his journey of stealing hearts and dodging court hearings, Ren has gathered a group of equally troubled teenagers to form the Phantom Thieves, and each was given a cool codename, like Skull, Noir, Mona, Fox, Panther, Queen, Navi. No, not that one. There you go. and Joker, which is actually fitting considering Jokers are wildcards, meaning they can be anything. Joker took this meaning to heart because he has the power to control more than just one persona. While he can only ever have up to 12 on standby, Joker can have up to over 192 different types of personas. He can even fuse them together for even more possibilities. Although all the mana needed for their spells and abilities are tied to Joker's own pool of mana, so even with all those options, they're still running on a limited source. We've already talked about Arsene, but there's also Yoshinitsu. Oh, I know that guy, he's from Tekken. He's always so weird. There's also this little girl named Alice, who I'm told is pretty strong. I mean, sure. Okay, I take it back. And Jack Frost. What's so special about Jack Frost? Oh! You look at him in the eyes and tell him he's not special. Alright, fair enough. Oh, hey, what about that? Oh. There are some interesting design choices. Huh. You know, the more I look at it, the more it kind of looks like a big floppy. But summoning ghosts isn't all he's got. What kind of self-respecting thief would he be without his tools? He carries grapple hooks, Molotov cocktails, a knife, and a gun that, while fake, can actually shoot psychic bullets. Mind bullets, if you will. They do carry up to only 8 rounds per magazine, but they can also automatically reload on their own. So that's convenient. And if he needs to rest and recharge, he can always take a sip of some sweet latte. It not only restores health and mana, but it can even give him some stat boosts. Wait, aren't you lactose intolerant? Oh, fuck. And throughout his journey in heart-stealing, Joker has shown why he's the leader. He can dodge automatic gunfire, take hits from elemental attacks, curses, and even heavenly attacks from personas with god-level powers. We're talking about beings like Adam Kodam, who possesses the power that transcends all of Mementos. Mainly because, oh I don't know, he controls the damn place? An entire alternate dimension at the palm of his hand. Joker just shot God himself in the face. Take that, mythology, you're no match for the almighty gun. He's also resisted mind control. You kinda have to do that when your whole shtick is basically changing people's minds and emotions. Like in his fight against Akechi and his persona Loku turns people psychotic. He's even defeated previous Persona protagonists Yu and Makoto, who are powerhouses in their own right. But Joker can't take all the credit. He wouldn't be able to get as far as he could without his team to back him up. But that's kind of the point. His teammates are more than just that. They're his friends. Much like him, they also have the pressures of society and expectations put upon them. Ren helped them break free and tear their masks off. In return, they help Ren to unlock his potential. Because they're more than just party members. They're people. And for Ren, it's his family. Oh man, why'd you have to make it all sappy and shit? So for those with hearts filled with sorrow and misery, look out for a calling card, cause the Phantom Thieves are out there. And they got one hell of a leader.
Checkmate.
Life is precious. So much to do, so much to see. The world is truly your oyster. But it's also fleeting, for you never know when your world truly ends. Yeah, I'm good on the whole existential crisis thing. In any case, you should really cherish the life you have. And that rings more true for one Neku Sakuruba. Neku is a standoffish and easily agitated boy. The world he lived in was too loud and crowded. I don't blame him. Have you ever lived in the big city? Well, considering he lives in Shibuya with a population of 200,000 plus, that's gotta be obnoxious. Neku sure thought so. That's why he wears those sweet headphones. Hell, the one thing he seems to really enjoy though is graffiti, particularly the works of cats. A company that makes some pretty neat pieces of art. Neku felt a connection to them, helping him to express his imagination. That's cool and all, but when do we get to his cool powers and stuff? No, well, one day Neku found himself in Shibuya, but it was different. It was quiet, but that quiet soon turned into a literal hell, because as it turns out, Neku found himself in a Reaper's game. Yeah, Reaper's game. I totally know what that is. Well, you see, Neku kinda died, and then he woke up with his memories gone. As a player in the Reaper's game, Neku must team up with other lost souls to basically get their lives back. Alright, so what are we fighting here? Ghosts? Neku faces off spectral beings called Noise. So Neku has to team up with people and fight Noise? It's like God himself is trying to punish him for being a loner. Neku isn't powerless, however. After all, what's a game without power-ups? Neku can utilize pins. These pins can vary from elemental attacks to firing shockwaves, energy beams, make shields, sky's the limit. Especially since there's well over 333 different pins. How does he have the pocket space in that tube suit he's wearing? Fun fact, the noise beings actually originate from the pins, so whenever Neku defeats one, he receives their pin. While he can only carry up to around 6 on his person, his pins are powered by his imagination. In theory, this would make his potential practically limitless, but they do have a cooldown after every use. Oh, and if he uses too many, he blows up. Hey, I didn't make the rules. Wait, so you're saying that if Neku has too much imagination, he just blows up? Well, it's more like overloading the pins, you know? I mean, they do cause some pretty destructive stuff to happen. I assume that's what the cooldowns are for. Pins like Force Round lets him go all DBZ and shoot Ki Blasts. Lightning Rune gives Neku the power to smite his enemies with lightning. And then there's Black Cat Blades, which shoot cat plushies. Really? Well, when they hit you, you get frozen in a block of ice. Nah, cats are demonic in nature, so I guess it checks out. He can even summon whirlwinds powerful enough to lift even the heaviest noises out there. Along with his pins, he's also gained the form of telekinesis and can even hypnotize people. Well, it's more like he can give commands to living beings, giving him the illusion of choice while it was actually Neku's doing all the time. Hell, you wanna know what they call that? What? Means? The means, Neku. What do they even mean? What are you doing? I'm sending you a message with my mind. You know I'm standing right here, right? Huh? Dude, you cannot say that on the internet. Hence why I sent it to you through my mind. His journey throughout the underground has led Neku to meet some interesting people. And while Neku is, well, Neku, he did begin helping them clear the Reaper game. Putting others first? Is he becoming friendly towards people? Well, actually, they have a reason to team up. Being players themselves, they also possess similar powers to Neku. They can also use pins, and Neku can link up with them to perform fusion attacks. Wait a minute, isn't that technically outside help? Well, they don't have to be in the exact same room with Neku to use his powers. After he's made a pact with them, he can call upon them, and if the feeling's mutual, boom, big attack! These attacks range from kaiju-sized plushies with laser beams, creating entire tsunamis, and even cataclysmic destruction. Huh, you would have thought that what killed the dinosaurs would also work on ghosts. But wait, if he did that, why isn't the world around him destroyed? Well, there's two possible explanations. One, this is all an illusion attack, kinda like how Sephiroth uses Supernova. The attack itself is there, but the world around him is unscathed, just the target. Reason number two, the underground is just that hardy. I mean, it is an alternate dimension housing the souls of all the dead people and all the noise, but I'm more of a fan of the former, mainly due to the guy that helped Neku with that attack is actually an angel himself, who is also the guy who killed Neku. Wait, so why are they friends here? Oh, well, Joshua, yes that's his real name, is a bit of a troll. He's defeated hundreds of noise, took down Reapers like Izuki and Koki. He can dodge beams of light and even dodge attacks after time itself has been frozen. And with the help of his newfound friends, he's defeated the Composer, the creator of the underground, which turns out to be Joshua? Huh? Wait, so is he his friend? An enemy? Well, initially Joshua was appointed to the position of Composer. Later on, he offered Neku to dethrone him after Neku and his friends teamed up with the power of friendship to kill Draco Cantus, the final form of Megumi Kantanji, the real villain of the game. Draco Cantus possesses the powers of all the noise and parts of his friends. So, yeah, talk about using the power of friendship against you. Wait, did you say friends? Yeah, throughout his time in the Reaper's game, Neku's learned to accept others into his life. Hell, some of them even became close friends. Even Joshua. You know, despite the whole killing him. Maybe it was this change of heart that led him to rejoining the Reaper's game again to help other players. The once loner, agitated boy has grown up into a less agitated guy. But yeah, no, he still prefers the quiet life. Oh hey, we forgot to mention this. Wait, he was in Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. Huh, that's cool. Did he do anything, like, new in there? It's mainly, like, the same thing. Yeah, but it's good to know that he's making friends across the multiverse. Yeah, I'm proud of him.
Did I mention? I've got friends now. We're getting together for the first time in a week. See you there?
Alright, it's time! Both combatants are ready, and it is time to put the debate to rest.
Of course, it's another one of those games.
Don't know. All I know is that I want out. Huh? Gotcha.
Slippery one. I'll have to focus my senses. Gotcha. Take this. Persona! What the hell is that?
There you go. Tetragon.
Back to you.
See ya.
God damn it.
Ravage them.
Die for me.
No, you don't. What the?
Sinful shell.
Time for you to disappear. No way. What the?
Sam did this. Let's go. And the show's over. Whoa, cool. That's it? Yeah? Oh god damn it, I just got it. Both Joker and Neku were fairly close in terms of strength feats, both scaling to people who can create entire dimensions, which would make them fairly comparable, but Joker would be more slightly higher considering that the person he shot in the face is able to merge two universes together, and as we all know, two is more than one. Neku isn't totally outmatched, however. His attacks generally have more destructive capability, and he's way less cocky and more headstrong than Joker, so he's much less likely to show off, and with his imagination, he'd be able to end the fight quickly if given the chance, and his immunity to being scanned would nullify any attempt at Joker finding a weakness. And plus his mind reading would mean that Neku would be a good challenge for the wildcard. But considering Joker's speed and power advantages, he could likely kill Neku before he can pull any of that off. Although, let's pretend that their speed and strengths are equal for a second. Joker can both debuff his opponent and buff himself. Sure, Neku can also buff himself, but he can't nerf Joker, while Joker can more or less negate any of Neku's buffs. And also, Joker has various insta-kill spells and his all-out attacks just outright negate durability. So with enough luck and perseverance, Neku would just die right then and there. Now, Joker's spells do cost mana in order to use, while Neku's do require cooldowns, so on paper this seems like a likely advantage for Neku. But Joker has various items that passively restore mana, which means that Joker will be able to spam his strongest attacks before he needs to worry about losing any. And yes, Neku has equipment that lowers the recharge time, but having that recharge time, all that means that Neku won't be able to use as many big fuck off attacks, while Joker has more options. Since while Neku has more pins, Joker's personas have a wide array of spells and other dumb shit that actually are more versatile, excluding Neku's imagination, which won't mean much against what is essentially a one-man army. With Joker's superior strength, speed counters, and insta-kill options, he would win this bout more often than not. It's no joke to say that with a heavy heart, Ren would make Neku's world end. Even with the new guy writing this, you still have to make terrible puns. Nah, come on, no need to take it so personally. The winner is Joker.